Luke 24 tells us the Easter story, that on the first day of the week at early dawn, the women went to the tomb, bringing spices to prepare Jesus' body. They saw the stone rolled away, and the angel said to them, "Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is not here, he is alive." Now, we know it was Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and other women with them. And they ran and told the apostles these things. If we slow down and really look at this moment, what are we going to see? It's early dawn, it's still dark, grief of that weekend is still hanging in the air, the trauma of Good Friday is still fresh, and who is the first people to show up? Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and the Bible says other women with them. They come, they're carrying spices, they're there to finish the preparations for burial. They're expecting to find Jesus' body. They didn't come expecting Easter, right? Expecting resurrection. But they were the first to see the stone rolled away. They were the first to hear the angel say, "Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is not here, he is risen." They were the first to remember that Jesus said these things would happen. And they were the first to run and tell the others. Now, this is something that we don't always think about, maybe don't always remember, but God did not choose to announce the resurrection first to kings or to people in leadership. He didn't send angels to Caesar. He didn't knock on Herod's palace door. He didn't notify the high priest first. He didn't go to Pharaoh. He didn't choose some political leaders. He didn't choose royalty. He chose women. In a culture where a woman's testimony wasn't even considered legally reliable in court, God entrusted them with the most important news in all of human history. That's not an accident. With God, everything is intentional. And I think that for us says something powerful. It says everyone is essential at Easter. The resurrection was not delivered to the powerful, it was delivered to the faithful. Those women loved Jesus. They followed Jesus. They showed up when everybody else scattered. And God said, "You will be the first to see." I think about my own two kids when they were born. You know, when that moment came, the first thing I didn't think of was, what celebrity could I notify? What powerful person could I notify? No, you want to tell Grandma and Grandpa, right? You want to tell all the aunts, you want to tell all the uncles, you want to tell the people that you love. Sure, I wanted to stand outside the hospital and say, "Come and see my child." But that's not what happened on that morning. The women ran back and they told the disciples. And what was the reaction? Luke tells us the apostles thought it sounded like nonsense. Nonsense. But that didn't stop the women from telling it. They didn't water it down. And they didn't soften it by saying, "Well, I don't know, maybe he's alive. What do you guys think?" They just said what they saw. They testified. And that's essential for us at Easter. You can't have Easter without telling the Easter story. The resurrection is not meant to sit quietly in your heart as a private thought. It's meant to be proclaimed. And here's the beauty of this moment. The first evangelists of the resurrection were women whose names people often forget. That means you don't need to have a title to tell the story. You don't need a stage. You don't need a name badge. You don't need a degree. You don't need to be a king or a queen or a president or a pastor or a celebrity. If you have encountered the risen Jesus, then you are essential in telling the story. The church is not built on any one celebrity. It is built on witness. Mary Magdalene was essential. Joanna was essential. Mary, the mother of James, was essential. And so are you. God invites ordinary people to carry extraordinary news. He is not here, he has risen. That's Easter.